Altringham's unbeaten run has come to an end this afternoon at the J. Davidson Stadium. It's finished Altrincham 1, Bromley 2, and Phil Parkinson, the Altrincham manager, joins us. Phil, overall reflections on the afternoon's events?
I didn't think we deserved to lose the game. We didn't do enough to win the game. I think we've created more chances than we ever have against a really stingy Bromley team who are notoriously difficult to beat. But overriding feeling is one of massive disappointment because they'll say it's a classic away performance by the way they want to play. For us, it was one moment, lapse in concentration, probably a poor bit of quality. But ultimately, we take our chances. I think we'll watch it back. We'll really be disappointed we haven't won the game. But as I said, I certainly don't think we did enough, particularly in the second half, to win the game. But to lose, that's a sore one to take.
Two fantastic goals in the first half. Corey Whiteley with a terrific strike, and in terms of set pieces coming off, they don't come much better than ours.
No, I was delighted with that one. We've worked quite a lot on little sequences from the set pieces, and that's come off there. So we're really happy with that. But yeah, I can't say I'm happy at all today. I'm really frustrated and disappointed with how we've performed second half, chances that we've missed, and our inability not to keep our unbeaten run going and lose the way we did. I think if we would have lost against Fylde, I probably found that a little bit more easier to take than losing today, because I don't think, as I said to you, I feel like I'm probably going to be like a broken record today, but we certainly didn't do that badly where we should have lost the game, and they didn't do enough to win. They've not worked our keeper enough to win. And we've certainly had really gilt-edged chances and moments in the game where we either should have passed it to someone in a better space, or we should have took a chance. But they've got a great keeper in goal as well. And I said before the game, he's one of the best in the division. And I can't tell straight away, but I'm sure when we look at it back, I'm sure he saved them there.
Yeah, he's had a fantastic game. I mean, he's been in great form since he's joined Bromley. Had a magnificent game against Kidderminster last week. There were two really good chances, gilt-edged chances in the second half. Dior Angus, who's done nothing wrong, but it's so close to Grant Smith, he's managed to sort of get his body in the way from a terrific cross from piece of play from Justin Amaluzor, and also Ollie Crankshaw on his debut went very close.
He did, and our front four are gonna pose you problems. But as I said, second half we didn't move the ball quickly enough. We didn't move or go through, play through their first and second line well enough. And when we did, we really hurt them. But there wasn't enough on show there to suggest that we should have gone on to win the game. Our front four are gonna always create and score goals. And we've got to find a way of making sure that we don't lose a game like that when we've got the majority of the play without doing a great deal with it. The majority of the play, we're moving it too slowly. We just shouldn't be losing that game.
In the first half, Chris Clark's he created a really good opportunity with a wonderful piece of play, but perhaps as it was against Boreham Wood, the decision-making wasn't quite right in the end. He had options to place. He's elected to shoot, and Grant Smith, as we've seen all afternoon, very difficult keeper to get past.
Yeah, and listen, Chris won't mind me saying, I brought it up with him at half-time. I was not very happy at all with that decision. But listen, he's a top player, and he does things that people can't even think about doing themselves, so it's hard to criticise him. But if we want to do things, our forwards have got to make sure they're unselfish in them moments and find someone in a better position, because I reference City at half-time. I'm not saying we're anywhere near or anything like a Man City, but they score them goals all the time where you're just rolling it across to someone in a better position rather than taking the shot on yourself. And unfortunately today, that's hurt us. But listen, he'll save us far more than he hurts us, and he'll win us far more games than he doesn't. But if you can get them decisions right, and it's not just Chris, by the way, it was just today, that was his moment where he's made the wrong decision, then we'll get better when they make them better decisions, because we'll win games like this 2-0, 2-1, because there is no counter on the cards, because we'll retain possession without having any worry of losing the game. And I think there's always an element of that at 1-1. The probably lads are a little bit safer because the fear of defeat is looming as well. And we've got to get past that, and we've got to be uber positive, move the ball even more quickly, be more dynamic, get it into our front players with more efficiency than what we did. Recognise where we were having joy, which was down their left and our right in the first half. and stick to what we do really well. And when we do that, listen, game 7 now, we've done superb up to now. So it's difficult for me to criticise the players. They're as disappointed as what the management team are. We're all in it together, and we know if we can just make sure that we keep working hard, keep them on track, we'll win more games than we don't in this division. I think everyone can see that, and everyone can see we're a good team, but we're not a great team yet. A great team wins that game, not just draws it as well. And when we hit them heights, hey, we will have got this division licked, but we're certainly not there yet. I keep saying it. Everyone gets all excited because we're unbeaten. We're not there yet. We're still a youngish team, a lot of young players in there. You forget Chris is 21. I know I seem to be saying his name a lot in this interview, but he's such a big player for us, isn't he? He's 21. So he's got loads to learn. Players in and around him, it's all his debut, he's trying to find his feet with his new players. Justin hasn't had loads of the ball, but when he's had it, he's really hurt them. And Elliot and Isaac in that midfield have done ever so well, picking up first, second balls, recycling it. But I felt along the back line is where we've not moved it quickly enough today. And if we could have done that a bit more efficiently, we could have switched play, broke through their first and second line, and created more chances and just killed them off. But we didn't kill them off, did we? They were there for us to do that, and we didn't do it.
Just short of 2,000 here today, and certainly the crowd tried to lift the players in the second half.
Great support, superb again. So yeah, I can only apologise to everyone that we haven't got the result that I know everyone craves, but we've not been too bad this season, have we? So stick with us, as I said on the last interview that come out. These are the bits where you can go away and you can pick holes in it and you can say what we haven't done. Look at what we have done so far. If you keep that positive mindset, keep coming to support us. Those who stuck by us over the last 6-7 seasons know the highs that come with coming to watch this team. And hey, we weren't boring by all means. They were just very difficult to break down. They've got everyone behind the ball, behind the halfway. When you're watching, it looks like you've just got to get it into your front men, but unfortunately it's not that easy. We had a game plan, we tried sticking to it, we created enough opportunities to score. We weren't clinical enough today, and in the second half we didn't perform well enough to win.
2 long away trips now. Barnet, a very highly fancied team this season, strengthened under Dean Brennan, and Wealdstone, where we haven't scored a goal yet since we returned to the National League. So I think it's over 40 years since we've scored at Wealdstone's ground. But that's exactly the sort of challenge that we'll want after a day like today.
Absolutely. I mean, Barnet, what a great game to go into. They're a very attacking-minded team, set up very similar to ourselves. Both teams will go toe-to-toe. They'll know that about us, and we certainly know how they like to play. Dean likes an attacking brand of football. Get on with him really well. He's a good guy, top manager. Look what he's done everywhere he's been. Wealdstone, he did well. Barnet, he's done well. So yeah, it's one we're really licking our lips for, because it'll be a bit more open than what you've seen there today. Both teams will exploit that as well with their attacking players. So that should be a great game. If I could recommend a game to come watch for an away trip, it would be that one. It was great last year as well. And then Wealdstone is always a difficult one, isn't it? And I think unless we get a spate of injuries, I think we're in a stronger position than we've ever been going to a Wealdstone. So everyone will look at Wealdstone as being a part-time team. They've probably got the best of part-time lads who probably should be full-time but have decided to stay part-time for whatever reason that might be. So don't look at them like that. They're a very, very good team with great athleticism, technique. Again, they like to keep the ball, they like to play through, they've got real good attacking threats. So 2 really exciting games that we're going into. There's no easy games in the National League. Every manager says it, from the Premier League down to Sunday League, don't they? But listen, you look at that fixture schedule, it's been tough as it's been. We've done great up to now, and we need to go again going into this next month.
A disappointing start to September, but it's just that the one game, 6 more big games in the month. So every opportunity to continue the very good start we've had.
Definitely. Listen, we're as disappointed as I'm disappointed because we haven't beat Bromley. They're always in the playoffs. We're kicking ourselves. We didn't beat Boreham Wood. They're always in the playoffs, or there or thereabouts. That's how far we've come. The expectations improving, getting higher. But again, I will always remain realistic but optimistic about how good this team is and how good this football club is. So as long as we believe in what we do, we don't deviate away from that. It's never gone far wrong. The players, we've got a higher calibre of player than we've ever had in this division. We're playing a really good brand of football. Unfortunately, we weren't good enough to win today. That's football. Any given Saturday, you can win, lose or draw. Unfortunately, we've been on the wrong end of the result today.